My dad's been in prison practically my whole life. He's been in there 26 years. I'm 28 years old. My mom, they were all gang members. My mom was horribly addicted to methamphetamine, so that led to a huge, pretty much all the dysfunction in my family. So those were my role models growing up. Probably when I was about 5 years old, my mom came into the room and told me and my little brother that she couldn't take care of us anymore. So she sent us to go live with my uncle, and I lived there for about 5 years. And obviously the whole time I was there, I wanted to come back. And when I did come back, all hell broke loose. I was trying to reconnect with my family and my brothers, and basically just copying what they were doing. So that's what led me into gangs and getting incarcerated and drugs. And once that cycle started, I started to build my identity there, and started to branch away from them and started to do my own thing. And I just kind of got twisted in that mindset. And been in and out of the system, juvenile system, been through every program that my county offered at the time, and then eventually I got sent to the CYA. First went up north and came down here. I was in Chad, so that was like reception. So they sent you there first, you stay there for a little while, they evaluated you, and then they sent you down here. Yeah, so.
How old were you when that happened?
I was 17 years old when I got sent to YA. When I got sentenced to YA, around that time I was already in a period of my life where I sort of wanted to change. I just wasn't sure how or where to start. And it was a big reflection because they hit me with 9 years. I'm thinking, I'm about to do a whole 9 years, and a good chunk of my life is going to get taken from me here. And when I got down here, I really started to reflect on myself and where the direction my life was going in. I started to take my time here more serious, so I started utilizing the programs that they offered, anger management, the substance abuse. Those were like the main things that I focused on. And then I got involved with church. That's when I really found my relationship with God and got to explore that part of my life. And then eventually I got to participate in Rosalinda's group, the WASMO. They had a leadership, it's called Alpha, to help me grow as a leader, and also to provide resources for me when I got out. My time here, it was good because my mental state was better. I wanted to change. For the longest time, I felt like practically my whole childhood I missed everything. I just thought that was the way that it was, I didn't get to go to a regular high school. I didn't get to go to prom. I didn't get to experience those things. I didn't bond with my father. I didn't do a lot of things that kids at my age should have been doing. And it's funny because if at that time, if you would have put me next to somebody who was the same age as me that didn't have to go through what I went through, you could see the drastic difference. I was over here involved in gangs and drugs and life-risking situations, and they were in school developing, figuring out what they wanted to do for the rest of their life, and just preparing for their future. So yeah, of course I did. I definitely missed out. But I think I stopped feeling sorry for myself. And I started to work on myself and just said, what, this is the way that life is for me. And if I want to get out of it, I got to work hard to get out of it, and build the better me. The two main people that have influenced me and my life in the direction are Jacob Matchak and Rosalinda Bent. And that's the honest truth. I'm not saying that for anybody's credit. I'm saying that because it's true. Jacob helped me spiritually and helped me to build a relationship with God and break it all down for me. Rosalinda did as well. And Rosalinda helped me transition. She helped me she didn't give up on me. I've been fighting that for a long time. You know, I've been very prideful, thinking that I can do it on my own, but it's okay to ask for help. And she helped me, for sure. She continues to help me and help me grow. I was just talking to my wife about this the other day, like that I need to show more appreciation, because I get quiet whenever I'm going through like a hard time or a rough patch. I get quiet and I kind of don't say anything to anybody, and I just expect them to see whatever it is I'm going through. But I was thinking to myself that I need to figure out a way to show them that I appreciate everything that they do, because I do. If it was not for them, I would be down in San Diego, crazy. I was on drugs. You know, I would have lost my mind, probably ended up in prison, definitely ended up in prison again. But she offered me a safe place to be. I stayed up here. I got sober. I got my things together. I got a job. I'm now, you know, contracting on my own, so I don't have like a boss hovering over me. And I'm just growing and growing and growing and growing. So those are the people that have influenced me here.
I'm just wondering what you think about the Division of Juvenile Justice closing after all these years.
You know what? It's definitely a sad thing. I feel like, you know, kids that went through things that I've went through or lived, you know, similar life, that they're not going to get that last chance. I feel like this is your last chance right here, where you're eye opener, where you're like around other youth that are spending a large amount of time here, and you really get to reflect, because you're going from a youngster to becoming an adult, but you don't have that adult record hanging over you, so you still have a chance. And I feel like it's really setting up the youth and putting a lot of pressure on each and every county to, you know, get it together, I guess. So I feel like it's a setup for failure, you know, to take that last chance away from them, because if they don't get it right there and their county doesn't want to handle them, then they're just going to send them off to prison and do more damage. And now they have an adult, you know, problem hanging over their head. I mean, I was fortunate enough to be a youth, kept as a youth. I sealed my record. I was the first person to get an honorable discharge here, and you know, the system didn't fail me here.
If you wanted to say something to you know, a youth who might be in trouble in the future, what would you say? To reach out, to not be afraid to ask for help. That's the most important thing. If we could all do it on our own, and I'm sure we would, but if you find yourself struggling and just wanting somebody to help you out, reach out, because the help's out there. And there's people that feel the same way on the other end that want to help.